Spiky will sit next to you. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. Just fine. Check. So what we're going to do on the count of three, this grandstand here is going to make as much noise as possible because you're going to be much better than this grandstand, who I suspect are rubbish. I could be wrong. On the count of three, my grandstand here, please make some noise. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Kerry, your grandstand, why don't you call them in?
All right, guys. Do it for Manly. Come on.
Luck.
We're way better than this grandstand. 1, 2, 3. And we got the extra special effects.
Righto, Kes beats me yet again. Yes, that's the sort of energy, that's the sort of noise you're going to have to make. This is sudden death. China versus Australia. Winner goes through to the quarter-final stage. The loser says goodbye. We want to see our girls play really well, but your support will get them home. We are 3 minutes away from this important match.
Those areas will start to drag a bit more. And we do advise that you see swimming in the afternoon without the lifeguard services and the volunteer services on duty.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready for match number 2, a Super Saturday night at the Asian Beach Volleyball Championships. Women's match, China versus Australia. We wouldn't have such a wonderful sport if we didn't have the most wonderful officials. Can you please congratulate on her appointment for this match? First referee all the way from Japan. Please welcome Mariko Satomi. And also, please welcome second referee, Mike Masavakolo. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to bring out the athletes. We're going to bring out China first, and we're going to give them a big manly welcome. Can you please welcome Ningya Tang? And her partner, please welcome Shusha Chen. Ladies and gentlemen. Really big deal. The fabulous Miss Nikki Laird. Nice job, Manly. We love you guys. Best of three. Someone goes home. China in the red. Your girls are in the green and gold. The Volleyroos versus China. Round of 16. Let's go.
All right, welcome to Manly Beach. This is our second quarter final. We've got the Australians Maria Faye Artacho del Solar and Nikki Laird taking on China. And we're very fortunate to have in the commentary again tonight Martin Kalfer is joining us, and a very special guest, Bakara Palmer, London 2012 Olympian. Unfortunately, her and Sarah Bowdegleen lost to Nikki and Maria Faye this morning, so they're out. But their loss is our gain, and we have Bakara's insights tonight into this match. So I'm going to hand over to Bakara and Marty.
Thank you very much, Ross. A very good start here for the Aussies.
Very sharp.
And Faye's heading back to serve.
And Faye to serve.
Bad luck. It's a nice swing there by the Chinese number 2 player. Hit it nice and high at Nikki as she was pulling. What do you reckon? I think it's going to be a pretty good game tonight.
Hey Bakara, and good evening to everyone else out there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Lots of teams had really fear about them, but we still have the Aussie grenades, so I'm pretty sure there will be a cracker here.
It's a great hit there by number 1. You can see that Nikki sort of jumped in. She made a touch on that, but unfortunately not quite getting enough of a touch to send it back over. The score is 2-all.
Hard to get around or over the top of the Australian blocker. This is Tang.
Oh, almost.
Swinging across the body. Quick point for China.
China again with a very strong serve through the middle, this time placed into the court. Oh, just couldn't reach the ball. She was reading it good, yeah. But
back of a big serve from China. A lot of heat behind that.
You see this Chinese jump serve is a very strong weapon of theirs. It's very consistent, hitting good spots. That last one just hit through the middle. It'll be interesting to see where she goes with this one. Nice, really nice swing there by Nikki. Wait for her to take that middle pass, pop it nice and high for Mfei to be able to put her on the net. Swung away nice and high. We've got 3-4 at the switch of ends, with Mfei going back to serve. She might bring that same jump serve. I reckon it might be a bit of a battle of the jump serve tonight. What do you reckon?
I think you're absolutely right there. I think like everyone here in this game is just jump serving. Is Nikki jump serving? I think sometimes.
Nikki will chuck in a jump float every now and then, but not so much of the jump serve. She leaves that to Mfei, and with good reason. That's a really great ace and definitely a weapon of theirs.
Good to see Maria Faye coming out nice and aggressive to start this match. Big swing from China cross court.
Bakara, tell us, have you already played against this Chinese team?
Yeah, I have played this Chinese team. They have been in different partnerships before. The Chinese are one of those teams that are always very good with their ball control. Their pass and set is very good. Their serving is very good. If you can put enough pressure onto one player and really break them down, then you'll find you have a little bit of success against them. Oh, so close there from Mfei. So close. It's definitely the right shot to play. So I think the girls need to do a really good job of putting a lot of service pressure on tonight. And I think they definitely have the weapons with Mfei's jump serve and Nikki's real fast, flat float serve that she's been working a lot on and is improving every day. But these Chinese girls are solid, but you know, no one's unbeatable.
Good call there.
Good.
I think that was over the block. Just massive up there, jumping and flying up.
I think the Chinese blocker knew that was over her too. She had a bit of a laugh and was like, you know, she's massive. What can I do about that? I think that's what she said. Oh, unfortunately there with Nikki, that flat float serve, a little bit too flat into the top of the net. China, we've got 7, serving Nick and Mfei on 5.
Just out for China. Night called in by the referee. Linesman, unsure.
The linesman is pretty sure that this was out. Australia is now arguing as well. But the first referee says it is in.
So China now, 1 more point on the board, 8-5.
I think they call that volleyball karma. It must have been out. It must have been
out, yeah, definitely.
It had to be. We're going to end change here. The Aussies are on 6 with China on 8. We can see already that the Chinese are really going after that middle serve. Both Nikki and Mfei both had to take one at one point or another, but she's really going after it, trying to put a lot of pressure on them, trying to break that pass by the looks of things. That's Mfei's turn to do the same thing. Really nice hit there. Ooh, it looked like there might have been a little touch on that one, but no one saw it. Maybe I'm imagining things.
With the ball on the baseline.
Oh, it's a nice play.
Great hand serve by the Chinese player.
China 9-7 lead. Good heat from Nikki Lynn.
Really nice pass there. That was a really deep and fast float serve there. Nikki did a great job to get it forward. Fuf gave her a great set. She just put it away.
You're going to get out there soon and pump them up a little bit more.
Yeah, we definitely are, Jonathan.
Bring it on. 8-9.
Oh, unlucky there. We've got 10 serving 8. The Chinese in front by 2 so far in this set. It's pretty close. I feel like it's a bit of a tussle. I feel like everyone's kind of trying to find their feet. And nice serve, great pass. Really nice there by Nikki. Good composure, way to get high, snap down on that ball, hit it into the back meter of the court. The Chinese had no hope of getting that ball back.
That's a big play. Can the Aussies lock it up at 10-all?
Great game here by Nikki Laird. Putting a bit of hate behind the ball. And the defense player has some issues to actually hold it. I think it's a great game to watch at the moment. Like we don't really see many mistakes so far, which is great. I think like earlier today we have seen games that started off very like faulty, I would say. And yeah, so it's definitely good. It's like a head-on-head game here.
Yeah, there's very good quality of serving so far, and I think the passing's been really solid to stand up to that. And we've got 11-10 for the Australians right now, and I think it's going to be probably close all the way through to the end of the set.
But I reckon my grandstand can do better. 3, 2, 1, make some noise! I think we've got a winner over here. Now, let's give our Aussie girls some support. Even you guys in the VIP box, start making some noise. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Back over to you, Jonathan and Julie.
Ball.
Nice hard driven ball off the block. Nikki couldn't shut that one down. Chinese girls seeded number 7, Tang and Chen. Locked at 11-all first set. Super Saturday night.
Way for Mfei there to sneak that ball down the line. I don't think she was given even a ball width between the antenna and her outside hand, and she snuck it down. They will take that for sure. The girls are 12-11 up right now here in the first set. Great serve there by Nikki, nice and high. You'll see that caught her quite high on her right shoulder. And unfortunately, the footwork and the early arms wasn't quite enough on Chen there to get that ball forward. 13-11.
Oh, she's taking the risk with the serves indeed, huh? Like very long. I've seen her today serving quite a couple of like too long and out. But it's good that she stays consistent and keeps trying there very hard. So, yeah. And just missed it on the block, slightly opened their hands.
Absolutely textbook right there. Perfect pass, fantastic set from Nikki Laird, and just sliced it across the court. That's what they practice so many hours doing.
So now we go for the top spin jump serve. Oh no! Well, maybe tries to copy Nikki there a bit. Seemed to work. Oh. She was looking for the line and she found it.
Yeah, that's a really nice dig and play there by Nikki. She stayed really composed, tagged the baseline on the way through. I think the girls have started to find their mojo a little bit here. I think they're feeling a bit more comfortable. They're looking a bit more relaxed. They're playing a little bit more free. You can see the way that they're interacting in between points it's a lot more like them. It's what we come to expect from those two guys, is that they're happy, they're jovial, they make digs like that. Oh, unlucky there. It's a really nice dig there by Mfei. Right idea there by Nick, and unfortunately the blocker was standing right there and waiting for her to hit it. Got an end change here with the Aussies up 15-13.
Match will be out. The winner will go
you can see on the live feed there at the end, there's a little bit of wind around, but I'm not sure that there's a great deal down on court level, maybe a little bit up above the grandstands, but right now I'm not sure that there's too much of a good end or a bad end. I think they're much of a muchness. Oh, bad luck there from Marife. It was a nice swing, only missed by a couple of centimetres on that sideline.
14-15.
We've got 14-15. The girls are looking good. They're looking really good.
They do indeed, even though they just lost 2 points in a row. But I think it was, yeah, as you described, they got their motor running yeah, got the 3-point lead in the second half now of this first set. It's not a 3rd point in a row. Maybe time for a timeout, maybe not. Waiting a bit.
A bit of luck there on the attack on that play, so unlucky for the Aussies.
Good call.
Timeout.
Good call.
Aussies call a timeout.
I think that's a really good call by the girls, obviously dropping a couple of points in a row there. That last one's unlucky,
What they can do to finish this.
but I think they've made a good call. They'll take a seat. They'll have a sip of water. They'll talk tactics. Come out ready to side out.
As long as we talk into it, it's kind of alright, but like when we start breaking off, so we rather say like, no, it's because YouTube, if the music's really loud, YouTube will shut it down.
Please welcome out the team from China. Clap your hands to make a little bit of noise. Team China. And for your green and gold, ladies and gentlemen, Team Australia. Please welcome these girls back out.
China take the lead. 16-15. The fans of China, where are you tonight?
Well, it's now the 4th point in a row. I mean, they were like, from the first 3, I think I was like very lucky from China, I think. But that was like really unforced right now. Like,
Yeah, and that's a lot better for Maria Fay there. I think, like you say, that last point, I think she went a little bit hesitant. That one, she really got up, caught the ball nice and high, reached and found a really good spot. It's good setting from Nikki, getting her to the net. We're at 16-all here in the first set.
Set off to 21 points first.
Oh, an unfortunate serve there by Nikki. It's all right, the girls will go back. They'll pass again here.
Neck and neck now. No real advantage.
A tang back to the serve line. Probably going to see a jump serve here, I reckon.
Quest for 21 points and a 2-point lead.
There you go. That's nice and aggressive. That's a really great pass there by Maria Fay going onto her right side. She's kept that ball nicely in the middle. Nikki put her on the net and she had options there. She could have swung that anywhere. And she liked the look of the baseline, so she put it on the baseline.
I think by now she should be used to actually pass the ball from her right side. Chinese is very aiming for that middle of the court, as well as Australia just did as well. So, nice out. Good following of Nikki, making sure that the ball really goes out. I think quite often in games, mistakes happening where you think the ball goes out and you just like stop running and following, and then I just change its mind, the ball, and it goes in. Yeah.
Yeah, Maria Fay had a really strong call there. I don't think Nikki was ever going to pass that one. Another really nice play there by the girls. Just nicked the blocker on the way through, which I think was pretty lucky, because I think that was going to... That definitely went out by a couple of metres, but really nice high and aggressive swing. You see the girls go on to quite a lot in transition like that. It really catches the opposing team unawares, and there's a lot of free points to be won that way. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a bugger into the net. Girls still lead 19-18 in the first set here.
Really important rally, folks. They all seem important, I know. China win this rally, it's 19-all.
Got the number one player from China, Chen, going back to serve. It's a nice fast flat serve here. Nice hit there. Oh.
China get the point. A net touch call.
There's a net touch there, unfortunately, on Maria Fay. That set was quite tight there from Nikki, and she swung through, and unfortunately on the follow through she hit the net. I think maybe she thought the ball had hit the ground before she touched the net, but the referee had other ideas. We've got 19-all here in the first set.
Now each point counts in that part of the set. And it goes to Australia. And there we go, we have the first set point.
We need a big favour from you now. Set point. We need a slow hand clap. We're going to build up. Please clap your hands. Clap your hands. Set point serve.
Very risky again. Good up there. Let's see what she's doing. With good heat behind the ball. Got the, just literally touched the block, and yeah, amazing. Good play.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a fantastic dig there by Maria Fay. She's really good at coming forward and digging that cut shot. She popped it up. Nikki popped it up perfectly for her, and that was always going down. She was never going to miss that. So that's the first set done and dusted, 21-19. Getting ready for the second set.
Go. Check it out on the let's keep rocking away, We're almost ready to bring the girls back out. Manly Beach, you've been amazing. Keep those hands going. You look so good. We got beach volleyball. Great job, Manly Beach. Please clap your hands and make some noise as we bring these two teams out. Please welcome the team from China. And please welcome your team, your girls, the Volleyroos of Australia. You know what to do, Manly. Feel the beat. Clap your hands, just clap your hands, just clap your hands. All together.
really nice side out there from Maria Fay to start the second set. Really wanting to take as much momentum from the end of that first set into this set as possible. Straight past the blocker. 1-0 for Australia. Yeah, nice block there by Nikki. She really stood neutral and then at the last second jumped into that cross court. One nice big hander, and that landed only about half a foot away from the net. She was well and truly over and penetrating on the other side of the net. Jumbo shrimp there from Maria Fay. She's really hit her straps here. I think she's taken a lot of confidence from that first set. She's hit 3 balls so far in this second set, and every single one of them has been a winner.
Fay passing the ball really well. Bree's getting trickier and trickier.
Yeah, it's like Aaron and I discussed before in the men's game. Sometimes you have this like little fear that you take with you to lose, instead of like being excited to actually win the game. So especially when you go in as a favorite, but well, actually both teams can win here. So it's not 100% clear. So, but I think like having one win at the account definitely helps to loosen up, and there we go. She just puts up the afterburner and just goes up there in the sky.
Yeah, Maria Fay has definitely found her straps. There is a lot of people in the stadium right now. There's, you know, all 3 grandstands are full. VIP here is full. There's a bunch of people sitting out on the boardwalk that obviously didn't want to splurge on the ticket to come in, so they're sitting over on the wall freeloading. But that's okay, we'll have them because we enjoy more people around here.
Cooling off the side.
Right now the Aussies are up 4-2. One more point and we'll switch hands. Tang is back to serve. Such a great swing there by Maria Fay. It's the 3rd hit that she's hit down the line that's been a winner for her. I think at this rate they're gonna storm through the early ends of this first set.
Changing light conditions, the sun's going down. What does that mean? How hard is it to play as the light changes?
Just focusing on the ball right now is what the players need to do as the light changes. We go to under the...
Yeah, it's definitely good like seeing an early lead now from the Australians, now by 4 points. Great work there, good pressure straight away in the second set. So yeah, maybe China's breaking on this, you know, like maybe too much pressure for them. We'll see.
That's a great swing there by Tang of China. She's a fighter, that girl. She really doesn't like to lose, and you'll see her in the next few ends, I'm sure, stepping up and trying to take control of this match for Team China.
They're the ones that it's all or nothing. They've got to win this set to stay alive in the tournament.
Such a great swing there by Fay, put on the net. It's a nice high snap. She's doing a really good job of beating the blocker, beating that outside hand. See Nikki set that ball quite far behind to make the blocker move. She took advantage of the blocker not quite getting there. Bad luck. Good touch there by Nikki. It was a good pull. It was the right idea to pull. That ball was a couple of metres off the net. Forced the Chinese player to have to try and make something of that, and she did. She's very good at that.
Lots of pressure there with the serve. Good control by Nikki Laird. Yeah, Nikki! Just taking totally the power out of his serve and just smooth playing it over.
Yeah, she practices a lot of those at training when Maria Fay's smashing those jump serves at her, so she's more than comfortable passing those balls. Oh, unfortunately for Fay, they're just missing the baseline. It's a great serve. Neither of the Chinese players wanted to come in and commit to passing that ball, so it's good to keep them guessing, keep them on their toes. Australia lead 8-5 in the second set.
Oh, a bit of pressure on the serve. China needed that.
I think that was quite unusual from Maria Fay to yeah, miss that receive. But you also could see, like, hopefully on the video, that that ball just moved in the last bit. So very, very hard to receive such a float ball.
Yeah, the Chinese are very well known for their float serves. You can see her hand on that. It's not necessarily an open hand. It's quite a small, great swing there by Maria Fay. It's quite a small and a fast hand that she contacts the ball with, and it means that the ball actually dips and moves and shakes in the air quite a lot. It's a very effective serve. Australia have got the lead here, 9-6.
Seems like a little shuffle. Oh, good reading there by Maria Fay. Oh, yeah. Chinese is like straight the same spot again.
Skills, all four ladies. China needed that one.
It's good to see the girls respond really positively after that play. Maria Fay made a really good dig and was really close to making another dig there. I think it's really important that they keep touching those balls and don't let the Chinese girls put the ball on the sand, and almost acts as a bit of a pressure release for them. So keep putting them under the pump defensively. Oh, that ball's just missed.
Outrageous attempt.
It was a great hustle there by the Chinese girls. There was a short little dink over the block and they were both on it. And they had a little mini argument about who was going to pass that ball. Unfortunately, that ball just missed for the Chinese girls. We're back at 10-7. Maria Fay back to serve.
10-7. That is a not in my backyard from Nikki Laird. That is frightening. 11-7. Once again, the Aussie girls put the foot down.
Now from a 2-point lead back to a 4-point lead, Australia. 5 points. Nice float. Just dropped back, just behind her.
Yeah, you can see the Australian girls are really going after Chen's corner. They're really going after that high right-hand side. And it's for balls like that because she's passed a few and struggled with them, and then that one she didn't want a bar of it. There's another ball, went to the exact same spot. Get a broken pass. Great swing there by Maria Fay. Really nice composure there by Nikki just to pass that ball up and either receive a setback from Maria Fay or giving her enough time to actually go in and swing the ball. You see those, like I said, the two balls in transition really put the pressure on the defensive team. Have to get back and ready early. The side switch here by the Chinese girls. And unfortunately that didn't really work for them. The girls again using that two ball in transition. It's a technical timeout there in the second set. We've got 14 serving 7.
Epic Easter weekend. Now we've got something special.
I actually found that China, like for the last 2 points, they kind of like dropped a bit their body language. Yeah, like you could tell, like this one defense play, she definitely could have got this ball, I think, and then very slow movement on the block. So yeah, I think they might giving up here.
Yeah, I think you'll find that the amount of positive body language that we're getting out of Nikki and Mfei right now is almost the exact opposite to what we're seeing in the Chinese girls. It's almost like they've stolen a bit of the Chinese girls' mojo and they're using that to their advantage, and I think that's fantastic. This is how these girls play their best, is when they're smiling, when you're seeing them very jubilant after winning points, but also when you see them after they drop a point, that they'll come back together, there's still a smile on their face, they're good, they're washing it off and they're going again. It's really positive signs here from the Aussies. Got Maria Fay back to serve, 14 serving 7. Great serve there by Maria Fay. So the Chinese girls have switched sides, trying to take a little bit of pressure off, but Maria Fay's like, that's all right, I'll just serve it over the other side and I'll ace you over there instead.
A couple of special serves.
Yeah, you talked about the very positive feedback between the players. When you guys played today against them, I think they were on a spot where they weren't smiling so much. You guys had really a good run against them. So what was your tactic playing against them? Maybe you can give us something away here.
I can't give too much away. No, we had a really close game with them this morning in the round of 16, and I don't think there were too much smiling from anyone on court this morning. If I'm honest, I think Sarah and I definitely felt the pressure as well, and they put us under a lot of pressure, and likewise we put them under a lot of pressure from a serving and a side out perspective. And we went deep into the third set, and unfortunately a couple of unforced errors and a bit of a lift from those girls really was kind of the deciding factor at the end. But I definitely like what I'm seeing out here with the girls, and that they're upbeat and they're positive and they're really working hard together, and I think that's a really good sign. And like I said, it's almost the exact opposite from what we're seeing from the Chinese girls now, where they're... Ooh. Having said that, that's a really nice block. That's a really nice block. But you'll see also just the way they respond to that. Maria Faye's like, all right, no worries. Serve me again, I'll put this one down.
Yeah, I think they expect it to be much closer, so not sure. It doesn't seem to really be too happy about like the little points. They should celebrate it.
Wonderful. Nikki laid all the props on that.
But I think they also can't believe like sometimes how lucky they are. Nah, definitely Australia is like putting lots of pressure here, and just finding the little gaps here. Like, it's really good ball control by the Aussies.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think you'll find there'll probably be people that will argue and say that they're creating their own luck here, which is absolutely what they're doing. I think their attitude and their demeanour on court is quite untouchable and quite unbreakable, and I think they're doing a really good job. And again, that's a really great shot. It's into a really good zone. They're the ones that are reasonably easy to brush off defensively, because it's a good shot and you made them play something that perhaps they didn't want to play. It goes to 17-10 up here in the second set. Really nice there by the girls. Really nice composure. Keeping that ball deep, making the Chinese girls have to play the ball back to the net, making them play as big as possible, while on the Australian side of the net we're trying to keep the ball as small as possible and nice and controlled.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of pressure by the Chinese on the serve. They struggled to receive that ball. Definitely a good call by Maria Faye to play straight the second ball over and give them the little struggle. So unfortunately I was a bit too overheated that serve, went slightly out.
A lot of work to do.
3 points to go for Australia. China, it's 10 points. Well, now it's 9. So it definitely going step by step, coming a bit closer.
Yeah, that was a really nice block there by Chen. You could see that the ball and the blocker and Maria Faye were all in quite a line. The ball she's successfully got down that sideline. They've been a little bit wider, and the blocker hasn't quite got out far enough, giving Faye some space. That's a really nice cut shot, and you expect to see that every now and then after a player gets blocked. The chances of them going back and wanting to hard drive the ball again is quite slim, and you and I both know what it's like to get blocked every now and then. Only every now and then, not often. But usually you're going to want to look for maybe a shot option, try and get yourself out of trouble. It's a really nice block there by Nikki as well. Way to be ready. See a sneaky 2-ball over to try and get her partner out of trouble, but that time it just didn't work. We've got a match point. We've got 8 match points here for the Australians, Nikki and Faye.
Manly, make some noise!
Oh, and they've saved one. Lucky one.
Thank you.
Have Tang go back to serve here. Sure, she'll bring her jump serve. She'll make 7 in a row here, do you reckon? 7 jump serves in a row? I'm backing in the Aussies to side out, at least one.
Possible is everything, but I think I've never seen it. So, but hey, I don't mind seeing you the third set. Otherwise,
No.
It's a good game. There it is. Game over. Australia won 21-13. I think it was destroyed the Chinese team here.
Yeah, that's a really great display of volleyball by Nikki and Faye. I think they've obviously gone away. They've prepared really well for that game. And these are girls that they're going to be coming up against in Continental Cup for Olympic qualifying. So it's a good confidence booster for them, absolutely. And on their home soil, they both born and bred Manly, and I think that'd be a really great win. And if I was them, I'd be really stoked right now.
Yeah, you just mentioned the confident boost. I think really the first set.
Because you're more out of breath. Have you seen this gorgeous girl play better on the sands of her home beach than that tonight? She played great.
On the sands of her home beach, maybe not, but I have the pleasure of getting to watch her play like that quite often on the international circuit. So it's very exciting for me every time still though.
Well, really complete game. Look, you guys were smiling. You were really loving it out there.
We were. It was so much fun. Like the crowd, you guys were great. It's kind of hard to not enjoy it. You know, we love the sport, we love competing, and it's so overwhelming being here with so many people behind us and wanting us to win. So it's a lot of fun.
Mfae, you were really solid. Simple questions you shall get. How much do you love Manly? How much do you love beach volleyball?
No word for it. I absolutely love Manly coming home. You guys are awesome. You know, it's so good. The energy here and the atmosphere is just what makes the sport amazing. It's my passion. This is what I love doing, and that's what we love.
Well, ladies and gents, these girls are not done yet. They are through to a quarter-final. A little bit of a semi-final, whatevs. A little bit of work to do yet, Nikki Laird.
Yeah, absolutely. It's still not over. We've got single elimination now, so every game is do or die. So we're very excited to be at Side Out Sunday, I think we're calling it.
You want this crowd to come and support you tomorrow?
Hells yeah! You guys are so cool. We'll be here for the next few games as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. Mfae and Nikki, your local girls. Well, folks, that is outstanding. We've got 2 more games tonight. We are far from finished, but now we are going to throw to a wonderful and exciting new talent. Can you please welcome him to the sacred sands of Manly Beach? Australia's Got Talent winner. Please welcome Mr. Fletcher Pilon.
So yeah, I think like in the first set, like I think that was like where they really built up their confidence, and you could see such a major change. So it was incredible. Anyhow.